Hi, my name is Cody Truett, and I'd like to tell you about some of my experiences in Israel and the trips that I take over there. It started when I came back from overseas. One of my cousins was leading a group. Went for about a week and absolutely fell in love with the culture, fell in love with the language, and just complete honeymoon phase of what it's like to be in Israel. And I determined that I wanted to go back. So I went to undergrad. When I graduated from college, I went back to Israel, and I lived over there for about 2 months, and just all along the way the Lord was bringing people into my life that I could get to know and eventually evangelize to. Part of the trip was very outdoors. I just kind of roamed around and made my way up to Nazareth, and along that route is one of the main places where they know would have been the ancient roads in Jesus' time. I was out of money. I had about a month left, and one of the guys who worked there, he's basically the manager, him and I developed this friendship, and the day I was out of money, I prayed, Lord, you need to do something. I have another 30 days to live and I have nothing. Can you provide something? That very day, he offers me a job without knowing my situation. The Lord just provided all of those ways for me to continue on my trip. So I determined that I wanted to take Americans over there, especially Christians, to see what we read about. So I comprised the trip of a lot of my experiences, and we start off in Tel Aviv, we make our way up to Nazareth, and we start the trail. The trail is a 40-mile hike, and it ends up in Capernaum, and it comes from, these guys in the 90s made this trail up that reflected when Jesus was kicked out of the synagogue in Nazareth, and he walked to Capernaum and began his ministry. Well, that's 40 miles, and these guys made this trail through like different areas of Israel to get to Capernaum. So I've taken that trip, and I've also done more of an outdoors part to it, and we camp out along the way and end up in Capernaum. Also visiting one of my buddies, his name is Geffen, visiting him and continuing to minister to him. He's so close to believing. So I want to keep going back and sharing the gospel with him. But we go down to Jerusalem, and we see all the sites in Jerusalem. We see Golgotha and the Garden Tomb and Church of Holy Sepulchre. We go up to the Mount of Olives and watch the sun set over Jerusalem. After Jerusalem, we go down to the Dead Sea, and we stay there a couple days, and we swim around. You see what that's like, and I take you back at night to experience just something very unique that I thought people would like, and it really has gone over well. That's a lot of what the trip sums up to be, just really encountering the geography of what we read about as believers.